Hello, my name is Alexis Ford, and I will be talking to you about my tutoring ethnography project from spring 2016. So through this project, I was able to work with a student named Josephina, who is an 8th grader attending school in a rural district outside of Rochester, New York. Her native language is Spanish, as she moved here from Mexico. Currently, Josephina lives with her aunt, uncle, 2 young cousins, and her aunt is expecting a baby this spring. She also has one sister who lives with her parents back in Mexico, and she is able to talk to her family on the phone once a week and has not seen them since she moved to this country. Josephina came to the United States as the start of her 7th grade school year, which was fall 2014, and prior to coming to the United States, she had no instruction in English. She attended school from grades K through 6, and she was in the top of her class in Mexico and actually earned the honor of becoming the first female to reach the top of her class, and this allowed her to carry the Mexican flag through her small community, which was shown as an honor of reaching this position. Currently, in the United States, a daily life for Josephina includes instruction in math, science, Spanish, art, chorus, social studies, and ELA. She's currently reading at about a 3rd or 4th grade level in English, and she's been having instruction in this language for about a year and a half. Daily, she receives integrated and standalone ENL services, and the integrated services occur in the morning of her schedule in both her ELA and social studies classes, which are back-to-back, and immediately following these 2 periods, she has her standalone ENL services, which she works with her ESL teacher. Primarily, we worked on close readings of different passages, and these passages included both fiction and nonfiction topics, and it allowed us to kind of broaden her background knowledge on a variety of different subjects. For example, one subject that we focused on was a molasses spill that occurred in Boston, and prior to reading the passage, Josephina had never even heard of molasses. So we did spend a great deal of time talking about this topic and kind of what it was, but I felt that it was beneficial for her because not only would she be able to use this knowledge to better understand the passage, but it was also broadening her prior knowledge of the topic. In addition, using these passages, it incorporated comprehension skills, word work, and writing instruction, as after Josephina read the passage, we filled out a graphic organizer, which included her filling in different aspects of different vocabulary words. And this would include Josephina describing what she thinks it meant according to the context, drawing a picture of how this pertains to her, and then having her make a connection to her life with this word. So like I said, graphic organizers worked great with Josephina, and it really helped her keep all this information in one spot and was a great reference tool for her to be able to use and go back to. And also we use communicative journaling, which Echevarria and Graves talks about how this is a useful tactic when working with students. And this is a sort of informal writing for Josephina to be able to convey her ideas on paper and then get the feedback from her ESL teacher. And when I was journaling with her, it was allowed me to see her perspective and was a low pressure environment that she could write safely in. Some activities that I found that were not beneficial for Josephina was anything relating to American history. This is a topic that she has very little background knowledge of, as she just started learning about American history when she came to the United States. So although we read a few passages about American history, I was able to provide her with enough background knowledge that she was able to make sense of the passages. In addition, she has not engaged in many formal writing activities, so this would be something that would be in her recommendations for learning. In addition, Josephina faces a few obstacles as she has a great deal of responsibilities when she goes home, as she is sometimes the primary caregiver of her 2 young cousins. In addition, she has chores around her house on top of feeling this pressure from her teachers in order to keep up with the schoolwork and the instruction that is being delivered to her. In addition, each spring, Josephina takes the Nicest Lat test, which assesses her proficiency in English and sees how she's progressing. Some motivation for Josephina to succeed in school is that she dreams of becoming an immigration lawyer and expressed that she needs to stay in New York to receive this education so that she can help out her family and her friends and other people who may be in her situation. Some goals for future learning for Josephina would definitely be to engage in more formal conversations, as she primarily works on speaking informally. Her ESL teacher discussed with me that this was something that she was not concerned about at the moment because she would like to have Josephina be able to communicate better with her peers for both social reasons and to be able to discuss ideas in the classroom. In addition, we will always work on Josephina acquiring a larger vocabulary of English words so that she is able to convey what she is trying to say. And additionally, obtain a higher score on the Nicest Lat, which would mean that she is becoming more proficient in the English language. Some recommendations for future learning would be that Josephina does enjoy writing in the conversation journals, but I would recommend that she makes this more formal writing, which would allow her to practice these skills more. And in addition, to evaluate her own writing and kind of monitor her own progress and decide on aspects that she think would most benefit her as a writer. And to continue using the graphic organizers to help her keep her thoughts organized and increase her word work study, and use this new vocabulary in an everyday setting to make it more authentic to her as a learner. Thank you.